Hi, this is Win Claybaugh. Welcome to my Best of Masters weekly audio blog for AmericanSalon.com. Next up is one of my favorite clips from the last 20 years of inspiring interviews from Masters Audio Club.
You know when you get an intuitive state of mind and you're looking for because basically I'm always looking for people to work with, and you're always trying to add to your group of people that give a good balance to you. And I sort of saw Michael, and it was a question, I think the day I saw him, he looked forlorn. And I sort of said, what's the matter with you? Come and see me over here. Yeah. And I have a tendency to sort of look for people and try and guide them. So I'm permanently trying to guide people and help them in their careers anyway. And grabbed hold of Michael, and we chatted, and we found out. We sort of got on, so I invited him to the photo shoot. And Michael was the sort of person who was willing to learn. Teach me, show me, whatever, affinity, relax, kind, caring, sharing, very giving. And I
whoa. Because all that stuff, that was the stuff that I was going to ask you about. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for
Rattle those off again, right. Because
I'm looking for someone who's going to be receptive, and who's prepared to give, share, invite, take in, and then put out. So in everything, no matter what walk of life I'm looking to actually work with people who have a similar mindset to me. Okay. And the fortunate thing with Michael and I, we play soccer together. Okay. We play tennis. We have very similar things. We go clothes shopping. So there's not just the work aspect, there's another aspect to it. And we're good friends that way. So then it becomes very easy. Once you're locked into other people's characters, it becomes so much easier to read into what they're thinking and what they're feeling and understanding, and how far you can push them and how far you can't push them. And my job is to sort of push someone as far as I can to get the most out of them. And the more I get out of them, it's not for me personally, it's for them as well. How far can I expand the situation? Because I was taught that way. And what happens, whether you like it or not, whoever's taught you a certain way, you're going to take that on board to you and teach the next person the same sort of thing.
Can I ask you a question about that? You say that you're trying to get the best out of him and trying to push him, but you also said that you play soccer together. You've obviously opened up your personal life to him. Yeah. Do you find, Robert, that to be able to get the most out of somebody in business or in art, that it does help that they have access to you on a personal level too?
Access to a degree. I think a lot of it is to do with honesty. So if you can actually sort of be honest with someone, you feel that you're being true to yourself and you're being true to them. So if they do something and you're not happy about it, you're free to say it. And once you're free to say it, you feel that you're relaxed about it, and then you're actually helping them. Mm-hmm. And that's the key thing. So access, yes, but time management of giving good quality time and not grabbing at certain little things, which we tend to do sometimes. I look at the three of us, and today we're trying to grab every minute to try and sort of see how can we do this, this, and this. And it's not focusing in correctly. So that's when you're not using your time enough together so you can get further on the projects you're trying to do. But that feeling of truthfulness is sometimes the most difficult thing when you're mentoring someone. Okay. But when you're mentoring someone, the funniest thing is that as you start mentoring them, you're teaching them, they also teach you back. And that's the strangest thing. And you see things that they do, or you listen and you think, oh, that's really interesting. Then it becomes like a game of tennis. So I'll give Michael the idea, and I'll think, well, you know what, I'm not, we need to throw it back to me, and then so it goes on. And that's when it works exceptionally well, when you're doing it in that way, where you're giving each other ideas and how you can progress. And normally for me, I probably have too many ideas, and I say, what about doing that? And then let's do that, and then we're all over the place. And all of a sudden we have Kim, who tries to ground us a little bit and sort of say, okay, Rob, there's too many things you're trying to do. And Michael especially actually says, we're biting off more than we can chew. I think for me what happens, there's so much I want to do, and time is always against me. I'm always fighting time. And when you're teaching someone and you're mentoring them, you're trying to not make them do that time situation, because you want them to be better.
Right.
So there's a sort of internal fight that goes on. So you're trying to improve them as much as you can, but you're trying to get more things done, which sometimes can be confusing to the situation of when you're teaching someone. Has that made any sense?
It did, actually. By the way, earlier when you quickly rattle off this whole list of qualities and character traits that were important to you in choosing somebody, can't remember what they all were because you rattled them off so fast, but I have a feeling that things were in there like desire and passion, and that he had to be a nice guy, that he had to have right?
You can teach someone talent. I really believe you can teach them certain things. They've got to have basic fundamentals, but if there's passion and there's heart and commitment to start with, it's much easier. I mean, sometimes you get someone who is very talented, but their commitment and their passion isn't there, and if it's not there, they're only going to go 50% of the way.